Hello, hello, my dear friends, you've reached Elena's bar. The best place on the internet, the very best by far. She'll help improve your fitness, but there's also so much more. 'Cause here are just a few things that this channel has in store. There's bar and there's Pilates and there's belly dancing too. And many styles of yoga, so I'm sure there's one for you. Then watch her practice piano string from right within her home. She's in such big condition, she'll outrun the metronome. Elena's Bar, Elena's Bar. They're the best place on the internet, the very best by far. It's not just the piano, but the ukulele too. The guitar and violin are even more that she can do. She does so many different things, it's hard not to lose track. I nearly didn't mention that she posts on her Substack. Elena's Bar, Elena's Bar. The best place on the internet, the very best by far. Yet controversial topics may be brought up for discussion, but try not to provoke her or she'll swear at you in Russian. And sometimes certain topics can make quite a big impression. So remember, you take part at your own risk and your discretion. Yeah, Elena's Bar, Elena's Bar. The best place on the internet, the very best by far. You might even meet Anitta if you're quite a loyal fan. She's got a fixed male cat, but she's so desperate for a man. We've really got it all, then you couldn't ask for more. So sit right back and watch Elena shave a 3 or 4. Elena's Bar, Elena's Bar. The best place on the internet, the very best by far.
Hello, hello, my dear friends. Welcome back. Welcome to Elena's Bar. Today we have a very interesting discussion with the Resurgence of Sanity guys, with Steve and Nick. How are you doing, guys?
Hey. Doing good.
Good. Are you
I'm
excited?
ready for Texas Tech to beat Iowa State.
Nice. Okay, well, you keep us posted who wins there. Okay, guys, we are going to talk about the pick-me women. And I'm going to tell you my hypothesis, what I think about it, and then we can challenge it, okay? So I think that pick-me women are all women who are looking for attention. Even the good women, the ones who want to be married, they still want to be picked by a husband. What do you think?
No.
Okay,
No.
why?
Because women use the term "pick me" as as a derogatory term towards other women. Oh, you're just a pick me. So what do women mean when they try and minimize other women for being a pick me?
Well, they are trying to maximize their own presence, their
No, they're not trying to maximize anything. They're trying to tear down.
Well, they're trying to tear down other women and raise themselves at the expense of other women.
Well, look,
Okay, so go ahead, Nick.
There's team, as Steve had an article, we've talked about it before.
Mm-hmm.
There's team woman and there's team her man. They're not always pick me. Team woman wants to tear down, and they can turn a team her man to a team woman, and she's not a pick me anymore.
So you're confusing two things, Elena.
Okay.
Women spend a lot of money on beauty treatments.
Yes.
And things to look good. And they wear revealing clothes.
Mm-hmm.
to be noticed by men. Okay, you would assume, oh, they're trying to be noticed by men, so men will pick them. No, those are not pick-me women. A pick-me woman kind of goes back to Genesis. Woman was created to be a helpmeet, to be pleasant, to please her man, to serve, to serve. He's in charge. A pick-me woman tries to be nice and accommodating and supportive to her man.
Mm-hmm.
The typical team woman wants to be noticed for her beauty to get the man to serve her. Yes, they're both wanting to be selected or to acquire a man, but one does it through service and being accommodating. The other one does it through manipulation and projecting a beauty image.
Oh, like
What do you think,
Jezebel
Nick?
did. Oh, it's kind of like what Jezebel did when she painted her face. She tried to look all alluring, attractive, and they threw her down. Didn't work.
Right.
She wasn't a pick-me.
I still find this term very ambiguous, and I found an article yesterday. I'm really struggling with this term. And by the way, guys, if you are joining us, I know we started today on time, so we only see one person now. Tell us what you think about this topic in the comments, okay? I'm very confused with this term because it's very ambiguous. The article was saying that it could be any girl who just wants to please a man. So based on that article, I see it as a criticism of the team women to those girls who actually want to be wives. But then in the end, all of them want to be picked. Okay, let me explain. The harlots, the sisterhood, right? They want to be picked still by the simps. They want a bunch of simps to pick their channel, to fund their platform, to support their OnlyFans account. Then the marriage material girl, she wants to be picked by a man. In the end, I think it's just a female nature. Women just want attention. It just depends on how Steve mentioned, what kind of attention they want and how they get it. Through service, like
attention is not bad. Look, attention is, you're assuming male attention is therefore always wrong. It's not. It's not wrong for a father to pay attention to his daughter. It's not wrong as a brother to have, brotherly affection for my sisters. It's not wrong for a son to have affection for his mother. And it's not wrong for a woman to want that type of affection from a man, to want that attention. That's not wrong. It's how you do it.
Exactly. Well, this is where we
Okay,
agree,
so
I think.
think about this. All women want male attention. It does not make all women pick-me women. A pick-me woman is a woman who desires to serve and be the helper. The other women are wanting to seduce and create a servant of the man. So the pick-me woman does not want her man to serve her. She wants to serve her man.
Okay, what kind of
So she's trying to be nice. A contentious woman still wants to be picked, but she's not a pick-me. Okay, so you gotta think abstractly. The term doesn't necessarily, or doesn't describe what that a woman wants to be selected, because all women want to have attention and be selected. The pick-me term goes to the motivation and second level behavior.
But who created this term? Was it constructed by the feminists to judge the more traditional mindset girls who want to be married? Who came up with this term? How did it come to existence? Because in my mind, based on biology, based on what we know from biology, from psychology, all women want to be selected. And like, I don't know,
Pick me
English is
is
my
team
second
her
language,
man.
guys. I think that selection and picking, they are kind of connected, no?
Pick me, you could just say is a woman that is aligned with team her man. Even though she might not have a man yet, that's her inner attitude. Team her man is about valuing the man, respecting the man. Team woman is basically the sisterhood. Team woman is going to tear down team her man and is all about maximizing resources
Okay, we
and
have
protecting the feminist gynocracy.
Luke Perry here in the house. Thank you, Luke. I like when Elena talks about the simp army. Even Chinese girls have lots of honor and
I got to
are
bring up this
always
article.
so trapping. They
Elena,
can
is it okay if I bring up Steve's article?
sure, yeah.
Okay.
They consider Pearl and Torcha pick me just because they're red pill. Well, by that logic, by that same logic, I'm a pick me too because I'm in the red pill.
Here. Steve, this is Steve's article from way back in the day on Red Pill Arc, the Red Archive, so Red Pill Archive or something like that. You want to
Why
explain
don't you
this,
read
Steve?
it? No, you
Me
read
or
it.
you? All right.
You read it.
Oh, this is Team Woman by Seven Man. He's right there in our screen. All right. That's Steve. He says, I have observed that a woman always takes the side of other women against a man unless she has a particular attraction or allegiance to that man. Women are very competitive and will fight another woman over a man if he is her man or a potential her man, but will not engage in a fight with another woman on behalf of a man that she has no feelings for, not her man, and no desire to make him her man. In simple terms, a woman is on two teams, team woman and team her man. Team her man is her primary allegiance, and she will go against team woman if she has a team her man. But team her man is a more fluid and ill-defined concept. It can be a unbelievably strong loyalty, but can quickly slide into nothing if she loses respect for her man. Most women have no team her man, but desperately want to be on such a team. Also, other women will actively fight against a woman that puts team her man first. Happiness is found on team her man, and so any woman that does not have a team her man tries to recruit a woman back to team woman so that all the women team members can be miserable together. The irony is that any woman that tries to sow discord in another team her man does great damage to all other team her mans and thus hurts herself too. There's just too much comfort in the shared misery on Team Woman, and they can gripe about the happy woman that are on a winning Team Her Man and against the imaginary Team Man. The members of this Team Woman don't understand the concept of the greater good. There is no Team Man because men don't give a shit about other men. The women on Team Woman think they are fighting against Team Man, also known as evil patriarchy. The team man never showed up for the fight. So in our modern world, team woman is predominant and is changing the rules to make it easier to win against an opponent that never showed up for the fight.
Okay, so scroll up a bit. Okay, well, no, let's see. In the middle. Okay, the other women will actively fight against a woman that puts team her man first. Okay, they're trying to tear down. Okay, that's a pick me woman. Other women will actively fight against a pick me woman with loyalty to a man. She wants to be empowered in herself and not by being not by belonging and supporting a man. A woman who supports men is a pick-me woman. Okay. Any comments on that? Because I found a wiki on this that I want to share next.
No, I'm just saying this is the pick me. You can see the pick me woman versus team woman. The pick me woman is the one that's siding on team her man, and team woman is basically, oh, how dare you? You support the patriarchy. Oh, da, 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 and you're just a pick me. So it's just another derisive term for a woman that doesn't line up with the miserable genocracy of
So
team
what do you
woman.
think, Elena? Is it becoming any clearer, or are you still in
Yeah,
disagreement?
I understand what you guys are saying. It's just okay. We have two teams here, right? One is a team woman. She's for the sisterhood, and the other one is team man. She is supportive of her man, and she follows her man's guidance. I still think that pick me is just an act that could be both women from both camps can behave that way, because even
Yes, it can be an act, or it could be sincere. The woman who sincerely wants to be on a team her man is the pick me woman. The women who fake being what the man wants in order to gain a man to serve her needs is just pretending to be a pick me. She's using seduction and manipulation. She's not genuine.
well, okay, let's check the definition here. I found something while you
I'm
guys
take this off.
Uh-huh.
There you go.
Let me add. Oh, no, that's not the same. Okay, sorry, guys.
There you go.
This one. Okay, I hope you can
Okay.
read it. What does pick me girl mean? A pick me girl is a woman who obsessively desires male approval and validation, often at the expense of other women. Okay, you could make this argument to the harlots out there and to the married girls.
Are you it's my screen that's up there. Are you reading from that one?
Sorry. I didn't press the button here.
Okay.
Hold on. What
We'll
is
go
it?
to mine next, or we can go to mine first. I don't
Yeah,
care.
it's a different one. I'm just trying to find the roots of this term and why
Okay.
it came to existence. I'm struggling with it, guys, because I think that both can be a pick me woman. And okay, let's look here. A pick me girl is a
It's just an insulting word for a woman that sides against the sisterhood. So that's against teamwork.
okay, but if you look at the definition of this word, is a woman who obsessively desires male approval and validation. You can say the same thing applies to the harlots. Often at the expense of other. Oh, you know what? The fact that half of our taxes go to support these single motherhood benefits programs. I could say that they are doing it at my expense too.
They're just trying to insult you for siding against the patriarchy. I mean, siding for the patriarchy, not for the feminist bullshit.
Here's the difference. Here's where we're you see things differently.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you why. Because you are looking at concrete in a concrete manner. Pick me means to pick me. Pick me means to be selected. Pick me means to be wifed up. Pick me just means that. Nick and I are looking at it as an abstract term that has greater connotations, that goes into the motivations and behavior and the sincerity of the woman.
Well,
so a pick me woman is not so manipulative as the typical feminist woman that wants to be selected.
Like what Luke Perry says.
Okay.
Luke Perry says, I'd rather have a pick me than a bad attitude I don't know what ABW is, or feminist short hairbrush, Rolo term.
Yeah,
Hairbrush.
I understand. I understand that, guys. It's just if that definition arrived from feminists, then you're looking at it from the feminist viewpoint to criticize the pick-me women, the ones who are sincere, who have genuine desire to be with a man, to be married to a man, because feminists have constructed this definition of a pick-me woman as an assault. It's not the
Yes.
objective. It's not the objective
Yeah.
definition of the pick
They're
me
always-
woman, because
They're
by
always going to
nature,
come up with stuff.
all women want to be picked.
Yes, but that does
Yeah.
not make all women pick me women.
Well, not all women will be picked by men. Not all women will be selected by men. That's a separate
Whether
question.
she's selected or not has no bearing on whether she's a pick me.
Yeah, it's like how they do their, well, this can have a bearing, how they do their fingernails.
Okay.
You can have a woman that, has nice fingernails, a woman that, I mean, she gets them done, another one doesn't really get them done at all. They both could be pick-me's. But if you have one that has the really long nails, I know Steve loves he loves the women with the really, really long nails. All
Yeah, right.
are those pick-me women?
Yes, they want
No.
to be picked.
No.
No.
Why
We have
did
two-
okay, guys? I have a question for you. Why do you think they came up with this definition to assault the pick me women, the sincere women who want to be married? Because they want to be picked instead of those girls. So instead of going for a pick me woman, like Luke Perry said, I would much rather have Pearl, or the girl who is a pick me woman than some rigid feminists out there. The feminists have come up with this definition to assault the girls with genuine desire to be married, to be a helpmate to their husbands, so that they could be picked instead.
Okay. The feminist woman,
We have a heated debate.
the feminist woman wants to be selected by manipulating men and seducing a man with her appearance.
Yes.
The pick me woman wants to belong to a man, and she demonstrates that by her behavior.
Yes.
Well, this is why I'm saying that pick me is a neutral term, and then the
No,
feminist
pick
women
me.
can they
Pick me is it's purposely insulting. It's a feminist ploy to rein women in back into the sisterhood, to Team Woman. It's the shaming tactic. Ignore it.
yeah, but they are
That's all it is.
they
Okay.
are trying to get attention. Also, look at female nature, right? Look at this here, this article here. What does it say?
Okay, you got to change your screen. You can't talk about a different article when my article is up.
No, it's not. We are still here. We are still here with the definition here. They are looking for approval and validation. You think these harlots, they are not looking for approval and validation? Then why on earth would they have these huge clouds, and why would they be selling their naughty pics online? They're
not pick-me's. They want to be noticed. They want attention. That doesn't make them a pick-me.
Well, because men don't pick them.
No, that's not the reason. Their motivation. They're trying to entice rather than being genuine. They want to be served rather than to serve.
Okay. So they are
Or
using
what?
this term to
The
assault
princess,
the women who
Okay.
want to serve.
a princess is not a pick-me, but a princess still wants the prince to come along and kiss her and wife her up. She's never a pick-me, though.
These are your trad Christian women, a lot of them. They wanted to have the princess treatment, but they're not pick-me's. They might demonstrate a little pick-me behavior, but it's a facade. They're trying to. They threw out the line. They got the lure. They're moving it back and forth, trying to attract the eyes of a fish that's going to bite. They're going to get the poor sucker and hook them.
But like, they are, even the pick me women, they are looking after their appearance. A lot of them are taking care of themselves. Like, they are doing similar steps to get attention and validation. Their motivation is different, but then it's only a small fragment that's different there.
Okay, let me approach this differently. Is a boss babe, boss bitch, can she be a pick-me?
For some simp?
No. Can she be a pick-me?
It would have to be a man of higher value than her that she respects. And she could fall into his frame. But generally won't happen, because he'll find somebody else.
The fact that this woman can still be picked by some simps out there
has no bearing on whether she's a pick-me. Can a boss bitch be a pick-me?
It's such a subjective term.
Yes, they can. It's not usual, but they can.
They can, but then they're not a boss bitch to the man that they want to be selected or chosen by. Remember, women are the gatekeepers of sex. Men are the gatekeepers of relationship and marriage.
Mm-hmm.
So a feminist wants to entice men by using sex to be selected. The pick-me she wants relationship and marriage. So if she's sincere, she wants to have other qualities of being pleasant, of being supportive to her man, of letting her man make the decision and not criticizing him and being contentious about everything.
Is pick-me a traditional woman then?
Yes, but a woman who wants a man will pretend to be a pick-me. But a feminist woman who wants a man will say, I don't need to bow down to any man. I can be equal to him and I can earn more money and he can come in and we're going to be partners, or I can earn more money than him, but he has to earn more money than me. At the same time, I can earn it just as much or more than him. Okay, well, it's a feminist mentality of the feminist. A pick-me woman does not have a feminist mentality.
So then it's just an assault from the feminists that is being used. Then I don't understand, like, why do men use this term? Because it's coming from feminists who are trying to humiliate other women, who are trying to assault traditional women with traditional mindset.
Well, you can have men that only want the whores. Okay, you have men that only want the whores.
Yeah.
They can be red pill guys. And so any woman that's, looking for long-term stability is a pick-me. Oh, she's just a pick-me. It means like mark and avoid because they just want their quick fix and move on their way. And
so the men don't want traditional women.
And then you can have the simp army. Then you'll have the simp army too. They'll pick up the term pick-me, and they'll be, oh yeah, maybe one of these women will pay attention to me because I'm so nice and nice to them, but insulting to those who support that, but not kind to pick-me's and generally other red pill guys.
So pick-me is just another term for traditional women.
Well, it's kind of,
Natural.
but not. It's not exactly. Okay, think of this:
Mm-hmm.
the 6 on a attractiveness scale, the 6 to 7, who she kind of takes care of herself. She has decent hair, not wearing a lot of makeup. She's not fat, but she's not drop dead gorgeous. She has a pleasant personality because life was not handed to her on a silver platter. So she's the pleasant, supportive woman. She says, "What? She's a 6, on a good day, a 7." But the quality of her character is what she's using to get a good man. Hey, that's the pick me. The 8, 9, who thinks she's hot shit, has that hot body, turns heads wherever she goes, dresses to actually get men to look at her and notice her hot sexuality. Typically, 8s and 9s are not pick me's. Typically, 5s, 6s, and 7s are pick me's. And you know what? Women lower than that, well, I don't much care because they don't have the discipline to maybe lose some weight, to actually become a decent woman, nice woman, pleasant. They're butthurt about men not paying attention to them. It shows in their personality.
So are you saying
And they have the nails.
Yes.
that compensate for everything? Are you guys saying that pick me women are the ones that are virtue signaling, that they are so much better than other women?
They may not need the virtue signal. They just might say, "Oh yeah, all that crap that those hot women are doing, I can't compete in that area, so I'm just going to be myself, and I'm going to be a bit more traditional. And you know what? I kind of like men, and I don't have a problem with being supportive to a man." Now, yes, they can fake that. Women can fake that, but theoretically, there are some women who sincerely believe that. Are you? Oh, Elena, you serve your husband. Are you doing that just for the money, for the status of being married? Or do you actually want to do that and want him to be in charge? Are you faking it or are you genuine?
Well, I hope I'm genuine. I mean, it's stability. Also, you realize that it's not just the desire that plays into effect. I'm the most boring married woman out there. We are the most boring couple, guys. We don't do anything fancy, and it's not a glamorous lifestyle, but it's a stable lifestyle. And
Oh, well, you sound like a pick me because you're not making your husband jump through all kinds of hoops to keep you excited and take you out to dinner and all that fun stuff to adventure in. He doesn't have to prove how much he loves you by how much money he spends on you. You're just
No.
content with the average, regular, everyday stuff. That makes you a pick me. Oh, and then
Right.
and in the eyes of feminists, you are a lesser woman for that.
I mean, you got to look, Elena, you got to see all everybody else's Facebook and Instagram pages, all the places that they've been, all the new purses they bought, oh, where they went out to eat at the great view, all the car they're driving, all the yacht parties,
In my
et
mind,
cetera.
I think those girls
You-
are
you- you-
those girls are pick me girls because they are showing off what
no,
their men are doing
no,
for
they're
them.
not. They're
They,
not pick me
Where's
girl. They scare.
where's the
That means
focus?
mark and avoid, because I am not gonna. That they're gonna expect that lifestyle. from the man.
Okay.
And it's not real.
Here's another way to look at it. Where is the focus? A pick-me woman puts the focus on her man. The feminist woman who wants to be selected puts the focus on herself.
Yeah, I understand that, but they still like from psychological standpoint, they still want to be picked.
They want to be selected. That doesn't make them a pick-me. Pick-me doesn't mean just to be picked. It does not mean that.
The princess treatment.
That's just the surface definition. Just by going by the word, to be picked means they want to be picked, so they're a pick-me. No, that's just the level of the ocean. There's a depth here in the meaning and the connotation of the word that is below the surface action.
Well, then why pick-me is so why is pick-me associated with bad connotations then? In the red pill,
it's against the sisterhood. It's against the
yeah,
sisterhood.
but
That's
then
why.
like the guys who actually are in the manosphere, and then they say, oh, she's just a pick-me. Oh, she's not. Like, what the fuck is happening here? Seriously,
Okay.
do you want a traditional woman who actually earned your trust, who does the work, or do you just want to hook up?
Well, you know what? If you just want to hook up, you want the 8 or 9 who's just hot body, just she's a smoke show. You're not willing to just settle for the good woman who's a 5, 6, maybe a 7. Not gonna turn heads. You know what? You're trained to go after the hot women. Pick-me women are not usually 90+% of the time. A pick-me woman is not a hot woman. She's above average, but she's not hot.
So they are viewed as something bad just because they are not hot, just because they are not a 10.
No, not something bad. The guys who put down pick-me women are basically saying, I have no use for a 6 or 7 that wants a relationship. I want 8 or 9 who wants a hookup. So
it's the pickup artist
dismiss the pick-me.
It's the pickup artist community that's within the red pill. They're the ones that are more open to egalitarian feminist crap because they can use it against itself so that they can take advantage of it sexually. Does that make sense?
Yeah, kind of.
Where'd Steve go?
I don't know.
Let's say you have the pickup artists in the red pill community.
Mhm.
They are not pro-patriarchy. They're not really anti-feminists. They know about it, but they say this is the system that we have,
Mm-hmm.
and they're going to maximize how to use that system for their own benefit.
Basically, how
So
to use
pick-me's don't work for them
to their advantage.
Right, pick-me's don't fit what they want.
But then how much can you blame women for not being pick-me if men don't actually want the pick-me girls? They prioritize the harlots.
No, there's plenty of men that just want, majority of men don't want to go out and just, have sex with a bunch of women. Most men just want one good woman, and that's it. One good woman that they're attracted to that's pleasant, gives them RSVP, respect, sexual variety, and peace.
Remember,
as Steve said,
you said if men want this, blah, 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 blah. There's no such thing. We got the 80-20 rule.
Mm-hmm.
You got 20% of men, or maybe less, 10%, whatever the number, the Chads. They don't want to pick me. 80% of men want to pick me. So if you're listening to the 20% of men who want to just go out and spread their seed and pump and dump, you know what? You're not going to pump and dump a pick me. Because
that's what's popular. I see.
No, it's not, because a pick me wants to stick around for a relationship. Yeah, she might fall to the Chad. She might do that same behavior, but she's not so easy to get rid of if she really selects you. So the 80% of men, he does, okay, 80% of men, no, I'm just not going to get that 8 or 9. She'd never given me the time of day. I don't give a shit. I'm not going to go out and compete for the pump and dump Olympics. Just want a good woman that will support me and that I can come home to and that I can get regular sex from. No, she does not need to be the super hot woman. She just needs to be decent, ideally a
RSVP.
little bit above average, and treat me well. Man, if I can get that, and if she has an extra 10, 15 pounds, okay, I can deal with that, because you know what? I got a dad bod because I'm a regular guy. I'm not one of those guys who spends all my time in the gym. I just want a decent woman, and that's the pick-me women. Now, the guys who are out here who are the pickup artists and saying, get a hot woman, they're not the type of guys that are going to pick me. Unless, good enough for tonight and she's in a horny mood and maybe her morals are a little bit weak that night. Yeah, she might do it too. But it doesn't satisfy her.
Most guys want what, Steve? What did I just say? RSVP. You came up with that.
Respect. It's 3 things. 4 letters, 3 things. Respect, sexual variety, and peace. What it means is he doesn't want to be bossed around by her. When he says something and he's thought about it, he wants her to say, yeah, okay. And he does not want her to go tear him down in any argument. Or, when he says we should do this, well, I don't think so. Not this time. What about this exception to what you're saying? No, that's not showing respect. He doesn't want that shit. He doesn't want to have an argument. Sexual variety. Well, you know what? Most women had their fun days, and they did a lot. They were, believe it or not, women's sexual fantasies are oftentimes more extreme than a man. So when she gets in her purity stage, I'm not doing that. She did it for other guys, and this is a decent guy. He has his appetite. You know what? Put out and be open-minded in the bedroom, just like you were 10 years ago for Chad. That causes a lot of frustration and peace. He wants to come home and not be nagged. Oh, you forgot to take out the garbage last night. Hello, it really wasn't that difficult. Is it worth creating a hostile environment? He just wants to live his life and to actually work hard for his family, get a little bit of sex, maybe a moderate amount of sex, more than once a month, probably more than once a week. You know what? A pick-me would be just fine for him. And the non-pick-me's, the 8s and 9s, they're high-maintenance women. Does he want to foot the bill for a high-maintenance woman?
No. That's what I'm saying. RSVP. So when you look, you have all your girly friends, or you can look at your girly friends on Instagram and Facebook, and they have all this lavish style, all this crap that they do, and like, oh, my husband serves me. He treats me like a princess, or they're looking for a guy to treat them like a princess. They're not pick-me's. They're
The
not going
woman
to
who
give you
gets
RSVP.
pedicures, manicures, hair weaves, or hair extensions, Botox, lip injections, breast implants. None of them are pick me. They're high maintenance.
Well, and they are fine with being not pick me because they are the ones who came up with this term.
Mhm.
Exactly.
It's Team Woman. They're not
Okay,
pick-me.
can we go to my article? Because
Yes.
I think we'll explain some of this. You want to put it up or should I?
Mm-hmm.
No, the other one. What is a pick me girl? The WikiHow one.
Oh, I don't have that one. Nick, can you share that one?
I have
That
it's
one?
up. This one.
Ah, this one. Okay.
What is a pick me girl? Okay, that's what we're discussing here, which makes this a great stream because probably few people have really gone through what does it mean.
Mm-hmm.
You've heard the phrase. Okay. It's actually way simpler than you think. Okay, so we're going to walk you through this article is going to go through what is a pick-me girl. Oh, a pick-me girl lean into outdated gender stereotypes to put other women down for male attention. Oh, do you like the traditional stuff? Do you put women down, Elena?
For what, being promiscuous and entitled?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, you might be a pick-me. Oh,
Okay,
you put
whatever.
women down, so you project misogyny onto others and even yourself by putting down classically girly hobbies or interests. Oh, like the women who pay all their attention, spend so much money on their makeup and all that shit. Yeah, okay, that applies to you. Oh, a pick-me girl will try and differentiate herself. Do you try and differentiate yourself? Do you call other women catty? And do you prefer hanging out with guys?
Like I wish I had more female friends, honestly, but
Yeah, but why
I
don't
kind
you?
of fit into that category. Yeah.
Because you don't have female friends because they're so catty.
I don't like the tactics. Like I don't like the manipulations that they are using. Why do I have to be? Why do I have to be a pick-me girl if it just makes sense not to talk to bitchy women? Nobody
Okay,
wants
so
to
There we
talk
go.
to them. And what, I'm suddenly a pick-me girl for not wanting to expose myself to the nasty tactics?
yes, you're a pick-me.
Okay.
Okay, so a pick-me girl, someone who criticizes women to be liked by guys, is a pick-me girl. You criticize women, you want to hang out with the guys.
Be liked by guys. I disagree. I do it so that women want to improve, not just because I want some external male attention or validation. I don't care how many men are
No, okay,
following me.
they're not saying validation here. You want to hang out with the guys to talk about serious topics, not superficial female topics. You're not on Team Woman who is going to say, you go, girl, to any baloney that
You know
other
what?
women say.
I would. I'm giving here women the benefit of doubt. If they were doing the homework like men do, if they were doing actually the hard work, I would love that. But how many women do you see? Like how many women are even here watching our stuff? Even trying to challenge themselves a little bit.
Well,
I don't see it very often.
Sounds like you're being critical of the behavior of a lot of women.
I'm being critical
That
of
sounds
their
like-
behavior, not them personally. They can still choose to behave well, or they can choose to behave poorly.
Yeah, well, what do they choose?
Behave poorly, then why is it my fault for not wanting to talk to them if they misbehave themselves?
Where did this fault thing come in here? Who ever said it's your fault? There's no fault here.
Well, they are assaulting me by calling me a pick-me woman.
Who cares?
They're trying to. Yes. You know what your answer to that is?
Yeah,
I got my man. Flip
got
him the
blue flag.
finger and say,
Whatever.
you go do what you want. I got my man, and I don't care if you criticize me because I got a man and I'm happy. So why do you care if these feminists are criticizing you? I would view that as a badge of honor.
You're a threat.
Oh,
You're a
like
threat to the
that.
sisterhood.
I'm a threat to the sisterhood.
Okay,
Yes.
so let's keep going. We talked on that one. Masculine interests and male friends don't make you a pick-me girl. Okay, so
See?
you can be around men. And you're still not sincere. Just because you have a lot of male friends, a woman has a lot of male friends, has some male interest, does not mean she's a pick-me. She might want to be the equal of a man. She might not be looking for a better man. She might not be willing to put her man's interests above her own. Therefore, she's not a pick-me. And the pick-me, and a woman who says, well, I could be a better woman. I just haven't found the right man yet. Okay, she's not a pick-me. The pick-me wants to become the best woman she can be for the man. It's not about the man making her into a better woman. It's about her being a better woman to support the current or future man. The impetus is on herself, not on him, for improvement. The servitude aspect is on him and not on herself.
So do you think that men make woman into a wife? Or she kind of has to have the right mindset to be wifed up?
Well, she can have any mindset and be wifed up. But a man cannot make a woman into a good woman. That might require more force and discipline than it's even allowed today. Theoretically, maybe it's possible, but no, he can't force her to do anything. So therefore, it's really on her to decide whether she wants to be a good wife or not.
That's why they have the red flags in the red pill space.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of weeds
let's-
out a lot of bad women. And they tend to be more pick-me's, I would think, if you're looking for LTRs. If you take the 21 Red Flags in Rich Cooper's book, you tend to find kind of a more traditional type of woman that might be closer to a pick-me.
Okay, so how do you spot a pick-me? Okay, let's look at this picture. Woman in the black hair. She's not fat. She's not beautiful. Not 8 or 9. And look in the background. Oh, the redhead.
Short red
Probably
hair.
might be a bit more attractive, probably a better body. And look what she's whispering. Oh, look at her. He's trying to tear her down. Okay. A pick-me girl will make fun of other girls, especially around guys. Or maybe I have it wrong. Maybe this is the glamorous woman, and this is a woman who's commenting on her behavior. So a pick-me girl will make fun of other girls, especially around guys. Do you make fun of the behavior of the promiscuous women, Elena?
Around guys all the time.
Don't you have
Okay.
those shorts? What's this? What's the series you have going on with your little shorts? What's it
Oh,
called?
Marry Me podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Case in point.
I'm making fun there at the expense. Come on,
Yes.
they are assaulting the traditional women. Why not to
Okay.
pick on them?
A pick-me woman will criticize her gender and classically feminine things.
What is defined here by classically feminine things? What are the classically feminine things? Is it whatever?
Nature.
Yeah, but how are they using it here? A pick-me girl will criticize her gender and classically feminine things. So they would. I was reading another article yesterday that was describing that women would be more interested in masculine things such as video games, just so that they would get along more with men than other women.
Okay, what are classically feminine things?
Feminine things, yeah. What are they?
Okay, paying all kinds of attention to your appearance. Botox, pedicures, manicures, hair extensions, breast
You do
implants,
some of it.
stuff
It's
that
like,
costs hundreds of dollars a month. Do you make fun of that? Those are classically feminine things. Oh,
How is that
how
classically
gossipy
feminine?
and catty women are.
no,
That's
you know what?
classically
They
feminine.
are not classically feminine things, then they are classically feminist things.
No, they're feminine. Women have always gossiped, not just feminists.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
That's why they're warning women about it in the Bible.
So read this as you will criticize women and you criticize the behavior of women. Okay, classically feminine things is a catch-all for the behavior of the 304s. Okay, so let's move on. What's the next
Can you
thing?
repeat that again, please? I kind of
What?
missed.
This one?
Yeah, I wouldn't call that classically feminine. I think that's a word. Yeah.
See, Nick,
I don't like it.
You don't like it. Yeah, I'm having trouble with it too.
Well,
I'm saying
they're trying
they
to
say one
capture
thing but
this.
mean another. Yeah.
I mean, look how hard we're trying to figure out what a pick-me is. Do you think the author of this article is probably struggling with it too? They probably are. I mean, so don't take everything as absolute. It's what is their intention?
You
What
know
are they
what?
trying to get at? Maybe inadequately.
Okay, can you imagine waking up and spending an hour on your makeup every morning? How pathetic. I could never do such a thing or whatever. I spend some time on my makeup too. You can't just disregard like
Okay, hold
all
on.
the
Hold
feminine
on.
things.
Hold on. Do you spend an hour?
No, like 5 to 10 minutes.
Do you obsess about, oh, I need to do this, this, and this? Lock the door of the bathroom. Spend a damn hour in there every day. Or
No.
does it take you 5, maybe 10 minutes? 10 minutes if you really are want something special. But, 5 minutes, the fact that you use makeup is different than the fact that you take a damn hour every day
Okay.
to put on makeup. Oh, we're going out to dinner. Okay. Man says we need to leave here at 7. He's still up in the bathroom. He needs her hour, and you don't leave till 7:30. She's not a pick-me. The fact that she's wearing makeup is immaterial. I mean, that's fine, but she's not done up like a dog's dinner.
And look here, the second point here. I wouldn't probably missed a word here. Able to stand all that constant chatting with women. Like, I don't mind talking to women. It's just like they need to do the work. I don't like lazy. I don't like lazy women. I don't like entitled women. But they can always choose to be different. They can always behave
but they
in a better
don't.
way.
So you choose not to hang out with them. Sounds to me like you're a pick-me.
Oh no. It's like when they call red pill guys and patriarchal guys, well, you're a misogynist. I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. I don't care anymore. I'm like, I just don't care.
What's wrong then with being a pick-me woman who actually is a higher quality woman? Objectively.
Nothing. That's what 80% of men want.
Okay.
I want to pick me. Nick, do you want to pick me?
Yeah.
I need to stop listening to the top 10% of men who are saying that you can be whatever you want to be and just get any girl you want. I need to stop listening to those guys.
Well, let's see what the next one is. Internalized misogyny and showing empathy. Some women project misogyny onto others and even themselves. People are taught to judge and stereotype women from a young age, so much that some women end up doing this to themselves and to their own gender. So yes, pick-me behavior can be harmful, but it's a result of a culture of misogyny, one that hurts pick-me girls
not
too.
Feminists, come on, they are blaming it all on you guys.
Okay, now you know.
Wow.
They're kind of trying to put down pick-me. You know what? Who the hell is the author of this?
Who is the author? Exactly. Steve, every time I read these articles, it's like the first thing I look at. It's probably
Eamma
Jabra and Caroline Heiderstreit. Okay. Feminist talking point. Okay, time to insert.
With the feminist skills, this is what I was facing with that other article.
They're not on
that
Team
I
Woman.
prepared.
See, they're not on Team Woman, so therefore, they are the enemy.
Right, so, and they all have this feminist spin to it, how horrible it is to be a pick-me woman. You can see
so yeah, they're outlining what pick-me women are, and then at the end, they're tearing down the pick-me.
Yeah,
it's typical female behavior.
It's like how they say traditional masculine behavior now, and like the APA is like it's what is it like supposed to be harmful now or something? Toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
Get fuck off too. Same thing with this article. They're full of shit. Screw their social engineering.
They get some things right, and then at the end they say, "Don't be a pick-me."
Yeah, right.
How about you go, fuck yourself? In other words, yeah, you got your bedroom toys. With this attitude, you're probably not going to get a good man.
Yeah. Let's look at this one. I found it yesterday. This is the one I sent to you.
Okay.
You can see it, right? Can you see it? Yeah, it's there. Okay. Pick me, choose me, love me. The evolution of the pick me girl. Yeah, pick me has grown meaningless. What does that say about our culture? Okay, he's describing.
Can you expand this?
What a miserable lady.
Okay, how can I expand it? I'm not sure.
Control and then move your scroll wheel.
Control. Ah, okay. Hold on, but how do I move it to the side?
I think you got it on there.
But it's not.
We can read it.
Yeah, but okay, cool. So here he describes in the university how this term has come to life. Okay, throughout a vindication of the rights of women, Mary
I heard that.
Wollstonecraft, an early writer,
Yeah, she's a
advocated for,
Jacobin.
yeah, for white women's rights. She puts other women down, considering them unintelligent, overly emotional, and only concerned with pleasing men. Ironically, many have suspected she utilized these arguments to cater to a male audience.
Okay, I want to stop there. And only concerned with pleasing men. So,
Mhm.
pick me woman is a woman who's concerned with pleasing a man. Don't do that. You're a feminist. You are empowered. You don't need to just be concerned with pleasing a man. He should please you.
Yeah.
Okay. So they're trying to get men not to please, or get women to disdain in pleasing a man.
Hmm.
You're not a real feminist if you lower yourself to trying to please a man.
Yeah. Well, and then she did it to cater to male audience. Like
Man.
well, this is what he says here. But like, look, guys, it might look that I'm appealing to male audience, but the purpose of my shorter videos are to approach women. Like, I don't really like. I don't care about the male attention, but they're going to view it as I'm also a pick me. Okay. Um. Well, yeah, the term pick me has originated on Twitter in 2016, but has since grown in popularity. I've recently caught on to even in the classroom. So he's talking about the university again. So dictionary.com defines a pick me girl as a woman who obsessively desires male approval and validation, often at the expense of other women. You know what? I didn't have to ruin other women's lives to get to know my husband and to marry to my husband. So I don't understand how I'm a pick me girl based on this definition.
Oh, the definition
Gosh.
is bullshit. You notice how
Here.
it was probably written by a woman, a feminist. Because look at that one word, obsessively.
Mm-hmm.
Get rid of it. A woman who
Here.
desires male approval and
Yeah.
validation.
Here comes
Okay.
criticism with
Anything
this
wrong
word.
with that?
Mhm.
But no, if it's, if we're going to say obsessively, like in my divorce,
Mm.
instead of my ex-wife's talking about my behavior, it was my bizarre behavior. Okay, you add that modifier,
Mhm.
and you're trying to create an emotional reaction,
Yes. Yes.
and then at the expense of other women. Well, I'm just criticizing. You know what? I'm not trying to put other women down. I'm just trying to call out their bullshit. They can do their bullshit all they want. It's not on me, but I'm not buying into their bullshit.
Well, isn't the author then herself or himself a pick me?
I don't know.
Because like she's criticizing here other women who are pick me girls, but then like she wants to be a pick me because she's criticizing other women, so she's trying to praise herself and raise her
No,
reputation
no, no.
at the expense of
Well,
other women.
hold on. Where is she criticizing other women?
Well, here she says that a woman who obsessively desires male approval and validation, as if she doesn't herself, often at the expense of other women. But then she's criticizing the pick me girl, and
That's a pick me woman.
she could be a pick
A
me
pick me
herself.
girl is not other women. You can criticize the women. You're not tolerant of the intolerant. So this other woman is calling out the behavior. She's on team her man. She's not on team woman. So it's fair game. You don't have to defend every woman. You just have to defend women. The majority of women are feminist. Yeah, you can be catty and you can criticize the women that are making you look bad and who are getting the man and who are serving men, because I ain't going to serve no man. Okay, so it's fine to criticize the women who do choose to serve a man.
So one thing you need to know about Wollstonecraft is that she had an illicit affair with the guy that was already married. And ultimately she was rejected, and she wrote a vindication of the rights of woman, partly criticizing Jean-Jacques Rousseau in his work The Social Contract. And he talks about humanity being in chains. He talks about the other half of humanity being in chains. She's not necessarily a pure pick me woman. She was a Jacobin, however. She wanted egalitarianism. And she argued for that in a vindication of the rights of woman, if I'm correct. That was her. Great.
Well, and see,
Yeah.
even by that definition, so many women could fall under that category. It's very ambiguous term. It's very abstract. It can include more than just the women who are traditional and who genuinely want to please men. It can include like these women like yourself who talk to the married man and, you know, have fun with them. And then there is another definition here. Urban Dictionary explains that these girls and women seek male validation by indirectly or directly insinuating that she's not like the other girls.
Yeah, do you have a problem with that?
No, I'm just processing.
Okay, it's this description is trying to put down pick-me women. Therefore, it's written by someone with an agenda, a feminist agenda.
Yeah.
So, you know what? I think more women should be pick-me because they would actually find contentment if they are under the leadership of a man.
Yeah.
Now, feminists do not want that. So they're going to try and make the term pick me derogatory. But I'm saying, hey, pick me, man, that's probably a good woman.
Mm-hmm.
Women are obsessed. Well, maybe that's a bit too much, but this whole article seems to be, look, it is when people were wielding pick me against many of the female authors we read in my classes with an ambiguous explanation. Okay, that's woman talk. I grew suspicious of the word. I saw a shift in the social media. A quick search of pick me girl on TikTok results in thousands of videos labeling essentially anything a girl could do as pick me. Well, yeah, okay, you're struggling with that too. Yeah, anything a woman does is pick me. No, this is woman thought. Okay, you say it's abstract and it's hard to understand. But I think to Nick and I, hey, I know a pick me when I see one. It's not difficult in my mind to understand, and that I will.
Okay, there was this young girl on Instagram, guys, and I'm not going to show her because I don't want to go into my Instagram bullshit folder. She had red hair, natural red hair. She didn't do any tattoos. She didn't put any makeup on, and she was saying that I'm 20 years old. I'm this, I'm that. I don't wear makeup. I do this, I do that. Isn't she pick me?
No. Because he's using all those things she doesn't do and promoting them, which is a sign of vanity.
It's vanity in reverse. Yeah. It's vanity, but she's still
But
expressing vanity, but she's acting like she's not vain. Her behavior
she
is
looks
vanity,
pretty
though.
good. I mean, she's young.
Yeah,
No, her
but
behavior is vanity. Her behavior is all about, oh, I need this attention. I need this attention. You should pick me, but it's really all about her vanity.
look at me for all I'm not doing.
Yeah.
She's an attention whore.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Look at me. God, I don't have tattoos. Is she a pick me? No. That's
Oh, look at
vanity.
me. I'm baking a cake.
Ooh, and I got cleavage. I'm baking a cake.
Okay, but
No, she's
still
not a pick me.
baking and not using a lot of cosmetics. Based on these articles, guys, right? We've read it. These are the women who don't prioritize as much their appearance. They are more like natural looking. They would be considered as pick me too by the feminists. They could be considered as pick me.
Pick me.
This is why I'm saying, like, there are, okay, you look at it from the rational male standpoint. Feminists have come up with this term to
I don't want to hear about the emotional bullshit from feminists. I don't give a
Okay, Elena, don't look at it from the male rational viewpoint. Look at it from the male abstract viewpoint. Abstract means they understand the gestalt, the greater context, the meaning of what's going on, the presence of vanity or not. It's not cut and dry. It's an abstract concept. So to take an abstract concept and distill it down to rules, if she does this, if she does that, this isn't, okay, you're missing the point because it's abstract.
Well, what is it based on then? Okay, you say that no, this girl who shows the vanity, reversed vanity symptoms, let's call it, she is not a pick-me girl. What does that decision, what is that decision based on? What factors is that decision of yours is based on?
What is she doing it for? What's the purpose? What is she motivated by?
So she's motivated by attention,
Mm-hmm.
the sympathy that she gets, validation, external validation.
She could, like the trad women, right? They could pretend to be trad, right?
Yeah.
But deep down, they just want the princess treat. They like the attention and they want the princess treatment. They don't really want to serve her man.
Yeah.
Even though they may put on that facade, it's an act.
Okay.
But men can see through, or men should see through that by observing their behavior, figuring out their motivations.
So it's based on whether you can see through her crap, through her camouflage, or not.
Mm-hmm.
Some men will not view her. This is why this term is so subjective, because I know you guys can see through women's BS. Most men cannot.
So hold on. Generalization. This generalization is not true.
Okay.
The majority of men cannot see through women's manipulation. They're blind to it.
Yeah.
They've been indoctrinated and propagandized to fall.
They've not unplugged yet. They haven't taken the red pill yet. They haven't been unplugged.
There's a small number of men who can see through it.
Okay.
And
what I was saying.
And Nick is right. Okay, the reason it's abstract is it's about her motivation for doing it. Is her motivation apparent? No. Her motivation must be discerned. Oh, discern. Oh, that's a that's a difficult word. Means think about it, look at her behavior in context, consider things that are unseen. And when you consider things that are unseen, now you're getting to her motivation. If you only consider the seen things, okay, you're just staying on the superficial or concrete level. That's why the pick me concept is abstract.
Yeah.
Abstract means going into the unseen things. Can you see a person's motivation? No. That's unseen. Are Nick and I making this any clearer to you?
Yes.
So,
Yes.
Elena,
Mhm.
Elena, in the red pill, they say it's not it's they don't say they say don't. I mean, yeah, you do listen to what women have to say, right? But what do they say? Observe their behavior.
Yeah.
Because they may say one thing, but their behavior tells a totally different story or slightly different story.
Well, this is why I
So,
say that for those men who can see through her, they will not view her as a they will not view her as a pick me. For those men who can't see it, who haven't been red pilled yet, they will see her as a pick me.
Probably. So let me go one level deeper that I don't think has been discussed.
Mhm.
Don't listen to what she say, watch what she does.
Mm.
Okay, that's one level. Let's go one level lower. Figure out her motivation for doing what she does. And now
That's a
you're
good one.
getting at the real person behind it. The red pill doesn't even mention that. Watch what she does.
Yep.
Well, it's implied that what she does indicates her motivation and whether she's genuine. But you actually have to go one level deeper into the reasons she's behaving as she does if you really want to understand her.
Yeah.
didn't we talk about that on an episode called "The Mask She Wears"?
Yeah.
A little bit.
We did.
Yeah.
Well, and then
Well, for our audience, you can look at the Resurgence of Sanity. There's an episode where Steve, the Seven Man, was leading. It was entitled "The Mask She Wears." So go watch that.
yeah, guys, watch that episode. It's a good one. It's a good one.
Because the kernel of thought here is women will wear a mask. And the mask defines how he wants to be seen and therefore her behavior. And her behavior, okay, if she's in her adventurous stage in her early 20s or her purity stage in her late 20s to 30s, defines her behavior. And after, about 10 years of the purity stage, she kind of wants to go back to the adventurous stage, which means sexual adventure. In many, many cases, he starts talking about, well, I've outgrown him and I want to go on a journey to find myself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Adventure. What does adventure mean? Strange. She wants some strange. Because you know what? If she's been pretending or behaving to be loved for her purity, she wants some adventure and some experience. Therefore, she can go out and have experiences with a man who she's not concerned with loving her. And she can kind of metaphorically let her hair down and let her freak flag fly.
I was looking at this unrealized pick me girl while you were talking, Steve. Another definition here: a girl
Realized pick me.
who doesn't even have to try and is just cool. In this video, a girl described her best friend as an unrealized pick-me girl because she always looks beautiful and socializes well without even trying. So the pick-me girls, they will be trying. The unrealized pick-me girls.
Look, I'm gonna have to disagree here. So a woman that's friendly with like every single guy, that's not a pick me trait. Yeah, she should be able to be pleasant. You should be able to have a conversation with her. But she shouldn't be doing that with everyone in town.
Mm-hmm.
All the guys in town. That's a red flag.
Yeah.
No, that's not a pick me trait.
Well, it's trying to fit the feminist
That means
in
she's
the
probably have
definition of a
high
pick-me.
body count.
Feminist,
It's a high body count indicator.
feminist can be, Nick, look at this way. Feminists could be unrealized pick-me girls. Based on what she's saying here.
See that last paragraph on the screen there?
Oh, this
The
one there.
original definition of pick-me girl points to a real frustration among girls and women, where our female counterparts sacrifice us for the attention of men. Oh, shit.
Oh.
This article was written by a woman. He's putting her feelings into this. Okay, so gotta keep in mind there is some truth, there's spin, there's emotion in here, and we would call this bullshit, but it's finely ground bullshit. So okay, there are some truth. So to discern the truth from the shit sometimes is as difficult as picking the fly shit out of the pepper.
Mm-hmm.
So, Steve, they just indicated there's a team woman and a team her man.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, how dare you? They accidentally affirmed some red pill truth. Uh-oh.
Well, and then pick-me boy would be what? Pick-me man would be a husband material.
Sacrifice us. They sacrifice the sisterhood. They sacrifice team woman. See, our female counterparts sacrifice us for the attention of men.
Yeah, I see what she's
Ding, 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 ding.
Okay. The more this woman writes, the more confused I am.
Yeah. Well, let's just stop it here. It's this article. Look at the pick-me boy. What would be the alternative for a pick-me man? What would be the definition of a pick-me man? A husband material? If pick-me girl is if she's genuine based on her motivation.
Men and women are different. Look, men and women are different. What's attractive in a woman is not attractive in a man.
Okay.
Well,
yeah,
true, but he could have the masculine qualities. He could still
okay.
be
Think about this. A pick-me man is a simp.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's saying, "Oh, look at me. I'm so generous and serving and, affirming of you. Please pick me." Okay, his intention is to be picked by the woman.
Okay,
the masculine man says,
"Okay,
you know what?
You make this argument for the simps, right?" Then
yes, the simp is a pick-me man.
The woman could be the one who wants that, who wants to be picked too. She could be a harlot. She could be anybody because she wants to be picked. If you make this definition for simps, if you change the definition of the word for one gender, then you have to you have to change it for another gender.
No, I don't.
Why not?
Because men and women are different.
Yeah, they will have to behave differently, but this is what we've been talking about. Female
Motivation
behavior,
is different. Everything is different. There are
everything
no
is different.
similarities.
Okay, but the
You can't generalize. Nope. You can't say if it applies to women or men this way, it applies to women. No, not going there.
No.
A pick-me woman is a good woman. A pick-me man is a simp.
Ugh. Yeah. That's what women will think. Ugh.
pick me man is then, by that logic, it must be the man that women want. Because pick me
What?
woman is the man. Okay, 80% of women, let's say 80% of women versus 80% of men. 80% of men, as we've determined, they want a pick me woman.
Okay, sure.
80% of women want a pick me man.
No.
No, they don't. No.
Okay, they want the but okay.
Okay, write these words down on your
Mhm.
paper.
Okay, I'm writing.
Pick me equals submissive.
Yeah, but we just
80% of men want a submissive woman. 80% of women do not want a
No.
submissive man.
they
They might say
do.
they want equality, but they
Mhm.
will never be aroused by that such a man. So they can say one thing, their behavior tells a different story. That's
So
why they
pick
wife.
me-
That's why they get these betas, they have kids, and then
Mhm.
they dump them
Yeah,
and try to get back with the Chads.
but we just ended up talking about the different qualities for men. Okay, women want masculine men, like let's say the top 10 or 20% of the world male population. This is what women want. This is what 80% of women want today. They want those top 10 guys, right? The top 10 or
Yeah,
20.
Because
the
they're
stats don't
dominant.
lie. The stats don't lie.
Just right.
Yeah,
Women want
but
a
then
dominant man.
and women want a dominant man, but then pick me. Don't you think that the definition of pick me would be different for men and for women then?
No.
No.
Pick me makes sense for women. It's not a thing that makes sense for men.
Pick me equals
Simp makes
submissive.
sense.
Pick
Okay.
me is another word for submissive,
Okay.
or a phrase for submissive. So therefore, if pick me means submissive, it can be submissive for a man or submissive for a woman. It's a good trait in women. It's not a good trait in men.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, there she goes. Well, I would say, there
She'll be
is
back.
proper submissive. There is proper submission even for men, like a son to his father, from like a lieutenant to a captain, within a hierarchy, but not. But it's totally unattractive for a grown man to a female.
Right. I mean, whenever we're talking about these terms, we tend to speak sometimes in absolutes, but there are nuances. There's other context, which changes it. So you can't talk about everything all at the same time, which is a trait that women are just sitting there with their minds saying, "Oh, but you didn't mention this. In this case, it's different." Yeah, but we're not talking about that. Let's get back to the main point. So, that's called chasing rabbits in an argument. And as men, we've all been there. a woman starts bringing up, yeah, but in this case, oh, it drives me nuts. Let's get to the main point, and we
2
can
hours down
discuss.
the drain.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
2-hour argument down the drain.
it's
Or-
a difficult term.
Well, you know what? I think we probably made as much progress on this as we can today. And we've talked about it. And okay, it's clear that the pick me term is probably not well understood and is not understood in the same way between men and women.
Oh yeah. Look
Yeah,
how much trouble I had.
So, Elena, what you need to do when people call you a pick-me, just own it. Like a lot of times in history, people call them certain terms, insults, but they later adopted it. And they were proud of it.
Okay, there's a game phenomena or advice. Agree and amplify.
Yeah, I know this one.
So last night playing cards, one of my friends, he said something he did was kind of stupid. He said, well, have you always been a dumb shit? Okay, now there are two ways to go there. Well, I'm not always a dumb shit. I don't think that defines me as a dumb shit. Okay, that's one way, not the best way. The other one is, hell yes, I've always been a dumb shit. I continue to be a dumb shit today. And you know what? I just struggle through life. That's called the agree and amplify. And then everybody just laughs and it just goes away. But I'm not that. If you keep talking about that, I'm going to punch you. No, that's not. You know what I mean? So when
I did it just to get to the definition of the term.
Right.
You know,
So
I don't care. I don't care how people. Yeah, I don't care how people call me. They can call me whatever. It just in my mind, pick me based on what we've discovered today is associated with traditionalism. That they all say they want. They all say like, oh, we want traditional men. We want traditional men. Well, then why don't you become a traditional woman?
So if somebody says, Elena, you're a pick-me.
I think your behavior says you do care. And we're trying to say, yes, agree and amplify.
So if somebody says, Elena, you're just a pick-me, you respond, well, thank you for the compliment. Yes, I am a pick-me. And then all of a sudden,
I'm happy with my husband, Plutarch.
they know that, oh, we can't jab at her with this term. He's not going to be defended or offended at it. He embraces it. Now what am I going to criticize her for?
I just don't, like I disagree to accept anything that comes from feminists, period. So if they call me that, then I'm like, okay, what's your evidence? Why?
No, agree and amplify. Don't get into a deep discussion with a feminist because now, ooh, you better put on your boots. Oh, no, wait, boots aren't high enough. Put on hip waders, the rubber things that come up to your chest level because you're going to be wading in the shit.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So with agree and amplify, it just deflates their whole argument.
Yeah.
That's true of so many things in life.
I will just rephrase it and say, oh, you mean I'm more a traditional woman? Okay, I'll take it.
No. Too much.
No.
Because they came up with this term. They came up with this term to assault traditional-minded women who want to be married. What's wrong with wanting to be married? What's wrong with wanting to be married and taken care of by one man?
What's wrong with being? Just say I'm a pick-me.
So what you said is, oh, so you mean blah 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 blah. No, don't say that. Just say, thank you for the compliment. I am a pick-me. You don't give them any more information. You don't go into the definitions. You don't say, well, this is what you mean. And this, no, you just keep it really simple and you just deflate their whole argument. Keep it simple, stupid.
I
Yes.
just don't understand, like, why do we come up with the new definitions when we already have the terms to describe it? Like, what's,
You're
like,
trying
I
to
don't like
it's
how
a
it
word
sounds.
game.
I don't like, in
They're-
my mind,
they're-
pick me associates, like, here I am, pick me, pick me, pick me. Like,
No,
virtue
it's all a
signaling
ploy to try to
and
shame traditional women. It's a ploy. They're trying to shame you. They're trying to come up with things to shame you for going against the sisterhood from Team Woman. And we're telling you, just own it. Yeah, I'm not on your team. I'm not on your band of nasty women, you miserable hags. So, yeah, I'm a pick me and I'm happy. So what?
or just ignore that comment altogether.
So what
No,
was
own it.
what was
Own it.
the old Saturday Night Live skit with Jane Curtin and Dan Aykroyd? And they did this newsman skit. I think it was Dan Aykroyd who would turn to her and say, "Jane, you ignorant slut." And then he would continue on. It's just like, just call them out. Just short to the point. Or, agree and amplify, which does not mean inform. No, you don't need to inform or project onto them what you're actually saying. No, that's not agree and amplify. It's, yep. And I'm even worse than that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, nobody has called me that yet, so.
You think I'm a bad man now? Just wait till later.
It's just crazy.
Yeah.
Why do
Okay,
we
that's
have
agree
to,
and
why do we
amplify.
have to
Yep,
put
I'm
up
bad
with
now
this?
and I'm worse later.
I can come up with some crazy term for them and then call them all of that. Like run through harlots. Feminists, you are run through harlots. Okay, will you own it, ladies? Will you own it that you are a harlot? Come on. You want me to own that I'm a pick me, but like they are doing their crazy shit without acknowledging that they're doing it.
No, you're beating them. You don't get it. You've won if you own it.
No, I don't mind owning it. It's like then they must own what they are too.
No.
The one-way street.
Okay, so no accountability for them, but a bunch of accountability for me. I see how it works.
It's not accountability.
But it's owning who you are. So you suggest me own that
it's
you're
not
a
even
pick
owning
me.
who you are. It's just agreeing and amplifying to deflate their argument. It doesn't mean you accept the term. Someone calls me a dumb shit. And I say, yep, I am a dumb shit. I'll probably be more of a dumb shit tomorrow. Does that mean I own the term and believe I'm a dumb shit? No. It just means
that's like the conversation.
So you just agreed.
It just means I'm just agreeing and amplifying.
Okay, it means that
my dad and I have a long-standing joke. He called. I answer the phone. I say, "Hey, old man." He's like, "How you doing, dumbass?" And we just we have a little banter back and forth. It means nothing. We're just. But if I let that sink in, and if he lets what I say sink into him, you lost.
Oh, you mean like you publicly agree with them, but then you actually don't, like you ignore what they say? Because you publicly, if somebody says
words.
like you
just
are
words. You're wiping it off. It's like, yeah, and what else you got?
But then it gives them
and you have fun with it.
It gives them more permission to go after you for you admitting it.
You don't care. That's the
Oh, but
point.
she says this. She agreed with us. Yeah, you see. Now we cannot take you more.
Okay. Why do you care? Yeah, pick me, and it's a good thing. Okay. So what?
We're teaching you the way the male mind works. You keep struggling with that because you go into your female mind and saying, well, then
Because
I'm
I know
identifying with
how
it.
women are going to react. You give them a little bit of thumb, they will take the full arm.
No. No, you don't. Because men use agree and amplify on women all the time. And it
Okay.
leaves them with no place to go. So you can use it on women all the time. And it leaves them with no place to go because they're used to that first jab and then getting the other person on the defensive and then adding more into it. And if you just agree, you go,
Have nothing else to say.
right.
Okay, I'll try. Well, nobody called me that, but yeah, if it shows up, then I'll say, yes, I'm that.
There you go. Say, yeah, I'm happy with my husband, Plutarch. Yeah, okay.
I'd rather be a pick-me girl than a single miserable cat lady who makes love to her boxed wine.
Yeah, okay, now you're escalating. If you say that in response, now
Okay.
you're escalating. And now, okay, cat fight is on. If you agree and amplify, keep your mouth shut about slamming them in response. It goes away.
So just like, yes, I am, and that's it.
Yes, I am, and I'm proud of it.
Okay. I'm going to
And then
write
if they
it
come
down.
back and say, well, it means this, and this, and this,
Yeah.
you say, yeah, and I'm proud of that too. Well, it means this. Uh-huh. Yep, I own that too. Got anything else? Okay, now okay, it's like going into a fight with somebody. And they're just flailing away and none of the punches connect. They're swinging at
Okay.
air. And once they swing at air for a long enough time, they're completely tired out. And they'll just say, okay, I'm done.
Steve, what's below my name on my screen?
Ecclesiastical troublemaker.
Yeah, people always accuse me of a bunch of crap because I was doing the right thing, teaching the truth, pointing out wolves and Jezebels. Oh, he's just a troublemaker. Oh, he's causing trouble. I'm like, you know what? Yes, I am.
And then he smiles with that self-satisfied smile. And they go, what am I going to do to him now?
Don't
Yeah,
care.
he owns it.
Yep.
So, guys, I have a question for you about pick-me men. I'm just curious. You talk that they are simps, but could there be also men who are showing off because you still say that they want to be picked by women? The guys who are showing off their muscles and their fancy lifestyle. Could they be considered as pick-me men?
Mm-hmm.
You're trying to simplify it too much. On some minuscule level, there is similarities, but let's not go there because that will lead you into confusion. Confusion is we can't know anything about anything because everything has an exception. So therefore, nothing can be known about anything.
Okay. I'm just curious because you say that these are the men that want to be picked, but then in the case of women, these are the women who don't want to do anything for the benefit of a man.
Pick me means submissive. As Steve said.
Yeah, but
It's good
the
in woman.
definition
It's not good in man.
changes for men. The definition of the term changes
No,
for
it
men
doesn't.
because
Pick me for men means submissive.
It's simp. It's simp.
who want to be picked by women.
No. Pick me means submissive. Forget about the term pick me. Whenever you see the term pick me,
Pick me,
think
it's submissive. Okay, I'll think
Just
submissive.
replace that term
Makes
and
sense.
you'll get the essence, you'll get the bulk of the argument. When
Okay.
a woman says you're just a pick me, they're criticizing you for being a submissive woman.
Submissive woman, yeah.
And so own it. Say, yep, I am. I'm happy doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Can you more easily accept the term submissive than pick me?
Yeah, submissive is easier for me. It's also more
Okay,
it's also more traditional. It's like pick me is a new term. I don't buy into what feminists come up with. Period. I just don't like it. This is why I'm so like I don't like this term. You know, I don't like the association because it signals to me like pick me,
You
girl,
can't fix
and
it.
there might be some
You're not
truth
going
in
to
that.
logic them into accepting.
Yeah, I know.
The truth.
But look, guys, in my mind, the word pick me is associated with a girl who is virtue signaling. And we see a lot of girls out there who are virtue signaling. Oh, I'm not this. I'm so much better. I'm a trad wife here. I'm a trad con. I found Jesus. I'm so much better than those harlots out there. Then who else is? Or that younger girl who was saying, I'm not using any makeup. I'm natural looking here. Look at me. Look at me.
Okay, if she's doing that, she's an attention whore.
Mm-hmm.
An attention whore is not submissive. Therefore,
She's not truly a pick me. She's a pretend pick me.
okay, we've gone almost 2 hours.
Yeah. Okay, we are
We
wrapping up
made
here.
a little bit of progress on this, but you gotta think about this for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we should get some questions from anybody who views this,
Mm-hmm.
and we can revisit this because it seems to be a topic that needs to be discussed, and that's quite misunderstood.
Yeah, like look, I misunderstood it too, and it took us a while to get to with you. And thank you guys for your patience. I'm just also based on the language, I just associate pick me is like, oh, here I am, look at me, you know. It's not necessarily good because it's still seeking for that external validation. But then if you equate pick me as submissive, then yeah, it makes sense. Anyway, I'll try to write an article about this after thinking about this topic more. And yeah, thank you everyone who joined us today. I'm going to share with you our schedule so you can join us for the activities. We have deep dive conversations like this one on Saturdays. And then on Mondays through Fridays, join me for the workouts. And guys on the Resurgence of Sanity have 2 amazing shows for you on exposing the narrative and countercultural sexuality. So go subscribe to their YouTube channel. And I'm going to take us out. Any final thoughts, guys?
Yes, I got a challenge for you.
Okay. What is it?
Explain to your husband Plutarch what you've learned in less than 3 minutes.
Okay, well, I can practice now. Pick me is submissive. That's it. 1 sentence.
Okay, well,
See?
explain that to him.
I will. Well, thank you guys. Thank you, Luke Perry, for your comments, guys. If you have thoughts and observations, let us know in the comments, okay? Oh, Charlotte is here. Great to see you. It's been a while. Where have you been? Yeah, okay, guys, we are done here. Remember to please like, share, and subscribe. It helps a lot. And we'll see you next time. Okay, take care, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Elena's Barre, Elena's Barre, the best place on the internet, the very best.